Hey, yo, it's your boy Mac and Cheese back. But before I get into it, y'all know what I got to do. Y'all got to tap that bell, hit that subscribe button. So every time I drop that lit shit, y'all be the first ones to know. You heard? Word. So now that we done that, we're going to get into it. First and foremost, back when I first started, I did an episode called Housekeeping where I established, what the podcast was going to be about, but I never told a little bit about myself. And then we proceeded with the podcast, and now we have just a mix of all different types. So your boy Mac and Cheese is a lifestyle podcaster. I cover an array of different topics, and I have a host of different guests. I do some celebrity appearances, but overall, like the name of the show, Mac and Cheese Outside, I'm outside. So wherever there's something lit or what I deem hashtag lit shit, your boy is there. Secondly, why is the channel Hearts and Hand TV and not Mac and Cheese Outside TV? And here's the reason why. 14 years ago, I had a heart and liver transplant, and it saved my life. And without that, there wouldn't be a Mac and Cheese. Thus, everything that I, Mac and Cheese, do is for the transplant community, for my donor mom, and for the life that and the blood that was shed in order for me to live. Not in order for me to live, but that allowed me to live after a tragedy had happened. So everything that I do and post on the channel is in memory of my donor and in contribution to my donor mom. I want to also say I'm not what society deems your typical transplant recipient. We touched a little bit about that in the episode that you'll be seeing soon with a former transplant coordinator. And we talked a little bit about it. However, I'm not what society deems as your typical transplant recipient. However, I'm blessed, I'm humbled, and I care very much about the life that was lost. And also, I know the importance of spreading the information and being a testament to how spreading life can also give a fulfilled life and also bring education and advocacy for others who are in the same position. Hearts in Hand is a nonprofit that I founded back in 2014. We established it in 2011, right after my very own heart and liver transplant. But September 9th, 2014 is when it was established into and legally registered with the federal government and here in New Jersey. So going forward, I'd like to, answer and put out there that Hearts and Hand TV was established by me, Mac and Cheese, who is a blessed heart and liver recipient, solid organ recipient. And everything that I do is to encourage and uplift the candidates and people who are in the position that I was in. So that's the second thing. Third thing, Hearts and Hand is a nonprofit devoted to education and advocacy for patients who await solid organ and tissue transplant. I myself am a recipient, a CHD warrior. I was born with tetralogy of Fallot, which is a congenital heart disease, and thus the journey began. And throughout podcasts, throughout shows, throughout my music now, you'll learn who Mac and Cheese really is and why this mission is so important to me. So I want to thank everybody who knows about it already. I want to thank you for all the support. I want to thank you for following and maintaining and still checking in and tapping in and encouraging me and uplifting me to bring you content, to answer your questions. And if you don't know, if you have any questions, I haven't mentioned it lately, but if you have any questions, feel free to send them to macandcheeseoutside@gmail.com. That's Mac, M, 3 A's with the C, the letter N, CHEEZ @gmail.com. macandcheeseoutside@gmail.com. And I'll answer as many as I can at another time. So the third thing, Hearts and Hand, like I started to talk about. We're a 501c3 devoted to education and advocacy for patients awaiting solid organ and or tissue transplant. Right here in my very old city, New Brunswick, New Jersey, there is tons of patients who await this life-saving transplant. I make it my duty and I make it my business to reach out, and I'm putting it out there now. If you or your loved one or anyone you know wants any questions answered, have any fears, have any doubts, I encourage you, reach out to me. I'll put my email in the description, and I'll put the contact number in the description, and I'll let you know how you can tap in and learn more and give you more information on what you're about to face, because it is a true journey, and the biggest thing is support, and you do need someone there to support you. This podcast is going to be brief. I just wanted to give you a brief insight into, well, an in-depth look into Mac and Cheez. We all know, partner in Jersey Smoke Shop, 2184 Route 130 North. Make sure y'all stop by, check it out. And also, with that being said, inhalation of anything other than oxygen is not good. You know what I mean? Just because I'm partnered in one thing, I don't take my health for granted. And information and education is what I stand on. So just know that inhalation of anything other than oxygen is not good for you. Stay tuned for more educational videos on your favorite things, more informative information on your health. I'm doing a whole series on men's health. So fellas, tap in with me, especially my fellas that's in the hood, standing on them corners, eating them honey buns and doing all that other. Holla at me. You know what I mean? Get at the juice bars and do the same thing, man. Just in a healthier way. And you'll be around a lot longer to do whatever it is that you do. Word, Mac and Cheez don't know. I'm just saying. But just stay tapped in, because you know your boy keeps it litty and I keeps it $1.50 bean. Word. So like, before I get out of here, I also want to give a super duper duper stellar phenomenal congratulations, appreciations, and thank yous to New Jersey Sharing Network, New Jersey's organ procurement organization. I was recently asked to represent them on their brochure for the upcoming years. So I humbly accepted, and I vowed to do whatever I could and play my part in educating the community and the world, for that matter, on the importance of becoming an organ donor and how it affects, you know, the people you touch by becoming a donor. I'm living testament that when someone makes that decision, a fulfilled life can be had without negating the life that was sacrificed in order for me to live and do what it is that I do. And that's why I said in the very beginning, I make it my business to educate and advocate in honor of my donor and in honor of his family. So with that being said, with Hearts in Hand comes Mac and Cheez. I just dropped the mixtape, Heart to Heart, Just Being Honest. Make sure you tap into Salute. That was a real moment of me letting my donor mom know for the first time publicly what this sacrifice she made has meant to me. I've never met her. I'm looking forward to the day to meet her. So much has happened since my transplant. We've had COVID. The world's been shut down. So I just want her to know that I'm playing my role every day that I wake up. I get trouble. I get out of trouble. I help someone. I don't help someone. I'm angry. I'm upset. I never stop and thank you for making the ultimate sacrifice. And you're what keeps me resolved when I'm blown. Because everybody that know Mac and Cheez know, you know what I mean? You get wild at times. But I stop and I think the sacrifice that you made in order for me to be able to do what I do. So before I get out of here and before I say anything else, I want to say thank you. I hope this message reaches you. And if ever there's a time that you're thinking, if I'm wondering or thinking about you, I am. And just know that everything I do is in honor of your son. And a big thanks to you. And I won't stop until everyone knows how important your sacrifice was to me, until I keep turning up in honor of your son. So smile, rejoice, and know that I humbly I'm thankful for your blessing and your sacrifice. And I continue to mourn the loss, and I continue to hold you deep in my heart. And that's from the very bottom of my heart, which is your son's heart. So, thank you. And before I break down and get with all the mushy stuff, I'm going to let y'all know Mac and Cheez got some new music coming. The battery was put on the back, so now I just got to keep it going. You know what I mean? And right here in the studio, y'all can't see him, but big shout to Manu. I'm going to tell y'all about my boy Manu. And actually, that's going to be my very first feature. So stay tuned to that. You know, Mac and Cheez, I'm outside the box. I'm not in all of that. You know what I mean? No Diddy, pause, all that. You know how y'all weirdos be out there. You know what I'm saying? When y'all see shit on YouTube, y'all go crazy. But I'm outside the box with it. You know what I mean? I lived my life. I did what I did. And now it's time to get back. You heard? But before I get out of here, I want to say thank you again to New Jersey Sharing Network. Thank you again to my Cheez and everybody that hold me down every single day I get up. Thanks be to God for giving me a chance and giving me another life to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, yo, the world we living in right now is crazy. Y'all saw what happened. We don't need to be attacking each other no more. Everybody knows. And yo, the streets is there, you heard? You know what I mean? And everybody that said, oh, you're not Liddy, you're not trust me. The people that need to know me know me. And the streets is there. You know what I'm saying? They pushing peace all over the world. Let's unite. Let's join forces. And let's do this shit the right way. You heard? Mac and Cheez says so. And always, stay Liddy and stay lost. You heard? It's your boy Mac and Cheez, a.k.a. Mac Con Queso. As always, stay Liddy and stay lost. One.